Alrighty, so I'm a little late to the game here, but I don't know. It's not necessarily Grand Cross, so I'm not as worried about it, to be honest. But there was a Netmarble press conference, I guess, where they were, I'm assuming they were showing off some of the like upcoming things that they're going to be doing and everything as a company, probably to help with like investors and stuff like that. But apparently they showed off a new Seven Deadly Sins game called Seven Deadly Sins Origins, which is supposed to be a successor to Grand Cross, but it looks like it plays a lot like Genshin Impact, which is a really weird thing to say. We'll watch the trailer really quickly, and then we'll kind of talk about it a little bit here and there. Actually, I haven't watched it with audio yet, so let's just hop into this thing. So you can see, it looks very like Breath of the Wild almost. You can kind of see like right there when Galland attacks, he has like a big like AoE area that he uses, which is kind of neat. Then they've got a Grey Demon and everything. It's very 3D-esque, like you can see here. You even can go underwater and stuff, which is cool. I feel like most of the games that play like this don't ever do anything with water, so I guess that's kind of neat. Getting to play as Merlin a little bit here. You also see Hauser, which is kind of cool. I'm pretty sure Gil Thunder also shows up during this encounter. Yeah, so there he is. And yeah, it looks really good, but I don't know. I guess I'm not sure if you're going to be able to actually like fly around as King. That's kind of cool, so you can see the different like abilities that the characters have, and I'm assuming you can use them to explore the world, which is kind of cool. Honestly, that's really neat. I didn't catch that the first time that I watched it. He has a stamina bar just like in like Breath of the Wild or Genshin Impact. And then yeah, you look over the big huge landscape. So I don't know. There's a couple of things that are a little concerning to me specifically about this game. I feel like as awful as the community handles Grand Cross as it already is, a new Seven Deadly Sins game made by the same developers is probably not going to be as popular if, like, you know, from the people who really like already play Grand Cross. Like for me specifically, I already don't like the way Genshin plays, like personally. Like I think that the whole 3D like world landscape is really cool, and it's like neat that you can run around and explore it and everything, but as far as like a gacha game goes, and like a game where you're sort of, you know, you're going to be doing like dailies and this and that, these 3D games don't really play that well for me specifically. I mean, obviously, you know, if you're into it, you know, have fun with it and enjoy it. But for me, I would much rather, in a game that I'm going to be having to like log in and out like multiple times a day or whatever, it's supposed to be sort of fast paced, like get in, get out sort of deal. And games like this don't really have that sort of play style. Like you're going to have to travel. You're going to, I mean, even, you know, whether or not you have fast travel and stuff like that, I would imagine you do. But, I don't know. I don't like that. I would much rather have like a menu-based system as far as like being able to just move to whatever I need to do. So that is the one thing that I probably, you know, am the biggest concerned about. The fact that they are making this, and I'm assuming this is supposed to help sort of compete with the new Black Clover game that already got announced. I don't know. I can see them sort of probably dropping a lot of a lot of resources as far as Grand Cross goes to work on this instead, especially depending on how popular it is at launch and how many people are willing to like switch over to it and spend money on it and all that stuff. So it definitely spells trouble, I would say, for Grand Cross at least, because I don't know, they definitely get their fair share of like backlash and stuff like that in the community already for that game. So I feel like if a lot of people end up migrating over to this one, Grand Cross probably isn't going to do all that well. But I don't know. They've obviously got, you know, plans and future content and stuff like that planned out for Grand Cross for at least the next while. So I don't know specifically. I'm just, me personally, not really a big fan of Genshin. I already feel like, you know, one gacha game is enough for me specifically. Like, I know a lot of people that play like tons of different gacha games at the same time, which is more power to you, but I one gacha game is more than enough for me at the moment. So depending on, you know, what this plays like and everything like that, which I can already kind of tell that the gameplay style is probably not going to be right for me specifically. I don't know, it just it seems kind of shaky. I don't know, I just feel like for Genshin Impact at least, I feel like because it's new, it's got all this like original content, like it's not tied to an IP, I feel like it has a little bit more flexibility and stuff like that, whereas I do know that the Seven Deadly Sins is quite a large franchise at this point. Like, it's very popular, but I don't know if it's popular enough to sort of compete with Genshin in the regards that, you know, if you can play Genshin or you can play this game, I mean, you obviously you can play them both at the same time, but I mean, if they're going to be, you know, vaguely similar and stuff like that, why wouldn't you just pick one over the other, I guess? I feel like most people are probably just going to already play Genshin. I don't know. We'll have to kind of see how it pans out in the future. I think it's very interesting. Obviously, there's no sort of like release date or anything like that tied to it just yet, so obviously it's not really a big deal at the moment either way. But yeah, I think that the fact that it's made by the same company, of course, because I'm assuming they own the rights to the Seven Deadly Sins like games, I would imagine, maybe, or maybe just mobile titles or whatever. There was some sort of like press info or whatever saying that they were planning on making it available for mobile, for PC, and for consoles as well, so they really are going to be trying to I guess make this like a direct competitor to Genshin Impact, which is really odd for me. But the game itself, I mean, it looks cool. I mean, it looks really neat. The visuals and stuff like that look very interesting at the moment. Like, none of this looks like real gameplay to me, specifically. Like, a lot of this stuff already looks like very like choreographed, the way the camera moves and stuff like that. It could be real gameplay, I don't really know, but obviously this is, you know, in I think this is in Korean actually, so I don't know, who knows. I would imagine they're probably gonna release a Japanese or a Korean version of the game first, so I don't know. I'm definitely like a little skeptical about it, I guess, in the grand scheme of things, but it seems cool, I guess. It seems neat. I'll probably give it a try when it comes out, but I can't really see myself liking this kind of game just personally. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on whether or not you're interested in it. I'm sure, you know, if you follow other Grand Cross YouTubers and stuff like that, you've probably already seen this sort of thing by now, because I seem to be about an hour or two late as far as just recording this. So by the time I render it and upload it and everything like that, I'll be, you know, about 2.5 hours behind. But I don't know. Is what it is. Let me know what your thoughts are. I think that it's interesting at the very least, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up. So yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. I mainly play Grand Cross. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.